If you're watching this video, you are more than likely the black sheep. Right. Hello and welcome back to the gym. My name is Erica Keyel and we are here to touch on soul tribes. What are they? Where do they come from? Who are they? How do you make them show up when you need them the most, right? We're here to discuss all of those things, but first, don't forget to subscribe. I promise you are going to love it here. Let's get started. One of the reasons that I started this channel was for the purpose of community. I am a Gemini sun and a Gemini rising, and so communication and the ability to make connection is very important to me and who I am as a person. One of the loneliest times in my life was when I decided to go public with my tarot reading, and it was one that undoubtedly made my family feel a certain way. They had a certain opinion, they had a certain understanding, and prior to that I had kept pretty much my relationship with tarot and my spirituality in a whole private. It was something that I held sacred, something that I really honestly didn't care to hear other people's opinions or feedback. So if I felt like I may have gotten a negative response, then I just didn't even address it or didn't even bring it up. Only those that were really close to me understood and knew what I was experiencing and what my relationship with spirit was like. The hardest part was really just not being able to discuss or to communicate or just not being understood. That's really difficult, specifically when you are going through dark night. If you've went through that journey, then you know what a benefit it could be to have someone to talk it out with, someone who understands, someone that's non-judgmental, or someone who will just listen, right? So soul tribe is something that I continue to see pop up in my readings for clients, my readings here on the channel. It is Spirit's way of letting me know that it's a conversation that needs to be had. When I think about soul tribe, I think about the people who were there when I needed them the most, even if I didn't know I needed them at the time. There were times when Spirit brought me someone from my soul tribe, and there were times where I literally manifested or did spell work to bring these people towards me when I felt like, you know, I needed them the most in my life. If we consider the idea that our relationships and the people that we encounter are mirrored reflections of who we are at our core, where we are in our journey, or even highlights of things that we may need to address, then we can say that soul tribe is specifically those who reflect to us how far we've come, exactly where we could use a helping hand, right? Maybe it's a mentor in the light of a mentor, or maybe it's in the light of a tarot reader, right? We can find these different aspects in our life, in our journey, where we have needed someone else's perspective or someone else's experience, whether it was saying, hey, I've been through that before, or I know what you can do to work on that, or let me help you. Often we can try and combine the idea of soul tribe and life partner, or karmic cycle, or karmic partner, right? We can try and think or believe that these people could be one and the same. I stand here to make the argument that our soul tribe are ones that are able to show us the best parts of ourselves in the most beautiful way. Right? These aren't the ones that are making us upset or making us cry or making us confused. These are the ones, at least in my case, where I can meet them and know I've experienced life with them before, or I know this person from somewhere, right? These are the ones who may oddly have birthdays the same as yours, or maybe they have the same birth date as your mother. You'll see these type of synchronicities when you run into those from your soul tribe. One thing that I will say is they may not be the same race, they may not be the same gender, they may not even have the same life path. They may be a completely different age group, generation than you are. These are people that Spirit has a way of strategically placing in our journey to show us or to mold us or to push us to do a little more or go a little harder. I can say for a fact that one of the things that helps me to recognize someone is part of my soul tribe is not only I feel the magic, but so do they. Right? It's a mutual exchange. It's not as if I'm meeting someone and I'm saying, oh, I know you, or oh, hey, it's so strange, I feel like we've met before. It's not that. It is, let's do this. Those that are in your soul tribe are in the tribe. They are on that energy, right? They are on that frequency. And so when we meet one another, it's almost like just a reflection of ourselves in another life, in another form, on another planet. It's like a doppelganger, like our souls match. How my soul tribe and my experience just pops up. It could be for the sake of confirmation. It could be for the sake of clarity. You could meet someone in your soul tribe and you can still not stay connected to them forever. When we experience this level of clarity, when we experience this level of knowing, this level of understanding, inevitably, unfortunately, those that we love the most often get left behind. And that's what creates this void. We in this human experience are never alone. There's no way that we can totally disconnect, not from each other, not from source, right? We can mute the energy, but there's no way that we can totally disconnect, right? So to be alone means to be without self, right? And we are never without self. Never. If we are to say we're never without self, then we're never without the universe. We're never without each other. Our soul tribe has a way of being able to reflect to us where we are and give us that gentle reminder from spirit that says, hey, I'm here for you. Even if I'm coming in human form, even if I'm coming in a lunch date, even if I'm coming in a good conversation, even if I'm meeting you in the bathroom, even if I'm meeting you at a bar, whatever the situation is, we as intuitives, as those who are divinely connected, we know exactly what the connection is. And that's one of the biggest signs that I can say that I've experienced when my soul tribe has presented itself. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do to connect with your soul tribe. One of my favorite things and most simplest things is just asking spirit, saying, send me something, I need help. Or just making it known that you're ready to meet your soul tribe, that you're ready to elevate your experience, that you're ready to take your friendships to the next level. We all know, if you're watching this video, you are more than likely the black sheep. So we all know how lonely that can feel, how, what that feels like to not be able to reach out to anyone or not be able to speak in a free way, right? Can't express exactly how you truly feel. We also know what it's like to be engaged or connected in a connection that has no substance. So as we're listening to people talk about the nonsense about the day in and the day out, you can start to feel lonely, whether it's at your place of employment, whether it's at a family gathering, or whatever the situation is. There is a loneliness that comes with leveling up. And this is where I feel like lonely at the top comes from, because it is. There are times where you can feel totally just isolated. You can feel just non-existent sometimes when you are experiencing this understanding that most of the world doesn't have. We've all been called crazy, woo-woo, or whatever the phrase is for that decade. We've all been called that if you're watching this video. So we know what it's like to be called the weird one, to be understood or as someone who has lost their mind. And so when you have this feeling, just know that you can always call on your soul tribe. Always. There's nothing that can keep these divine interactions from happening, they will. As the world continues to wake up to this next level of consciousness, this understanding, this clarity, inevitably it will create a division in homes, at work, in workplaces, in elevator talk. We have to know and be prepared for that separation if it unfortunately happens in your story. One of the things that we can do to combat that, it's from knowing and understanding that we are never alone, and that's not something, and that's not a feeling that us as humans will ever really feel. Okay, that's an illusion of the mind, and we have to be able to understand that loneliness, that emotion is false, right? For you to feel alone means that you've disconnected from spirit. But we're humans. We are human beings. We're having this experience based on touch, feel, all of these other senses. We are having this experience based on that. So we need those reminders. We need to see human bodies in the form, and we need to be able to understand and to see that, okay, I haven't lost my mind. I'm not crazy, right? No matter who tells me that, as long as I have this understanding with these other like-minded people, then that's enough. That's enough. We forget that we are whole beings. We are whole beings on our own, 100 on our own. So with that being said, we have to also understand that there's no way that we can be complete and not be a part of each other. That's impossible. We cannot be whole and also not be a fraction of a universe or of a bigger picture or of a, so as I sit here as Erica, I am a fragment of a hologram of the universe, of you, of my family, of my peers, even of those that have not awoken to the level, those who are still in the dark. I'm connected to them inevitably. So that means that at some point I'm going to struggle with feeling alone. I am going to struggle with every other human feeling or emotion that there is. This is deep, but it's important. And I want you guys to know that the gym is a place where you can talk about it, where you can discuss it, and where you can meet like-minded ones. And that is why, and the reason that I created this channel, why I downloaded this need for this space. We can read tarot, we can do all of these things, but we need to understand how to connect and how to be able to make these rich connections. And we can do that through our soul tribe, through making ourselves ready and available, through understanding that whoever I attract is going to be a mirrored reflection of me. So let me be trustworthy. Let me be honest. Let me be upfront. Okay. Let me continue to speak to the consciousness, continue to spread the knowledge, right? These are the things that we have to do to bring our tribe forward. And then when we are ready, then it's time to put in the work, make yourself available. So we are continuing to grow, and we're continuing to expand as a collective. And as this is happening, it will become less difficult to find those who understand or who are able to give sound advice from experience or from knowledge. That is what it's about, our soul tribe, who they are, what they represent, how we can make them come. It's whenever we're ready. You can ask for them. We can for them, and spirit will set that up. Spirit will arrange it. I've met my soul tribe all over the world. That's what I'll say. In the oddest situations. In the most opportune times. And it's like, hey, you rang, right? I am the soul tribe. I am that. I want everyone to meet me and know that I have some form of relevance in their life, to know that I can help them some kind of way. And I want to be able to meet others and get that same vibe. Like, in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to help them, and I hope they can help me in some way, shape, or form. And that's what the journey is about. It has to be that mutual exchange of energy, right? And in that space, you guys, is where we find true friendship, where we find true love, where we find fulfillment. We can go on and on talking to these old friends from such and such and such. If you wake up and those friends just aren't resonating with you anymore, those friends aren't able to understand you when you speak anymore, it's time for you to call your tribe. It's time, you know, and we have to know to do that. We have to be able to get that support when we need it, because we do. Sometimes we need to have a good conversation with someone. Sometimes we need to have a good hug, a good laugh. You know, sometimes we need someone to say, okay, hey, you may be being a little self-centered in that scenario, and know that they are talking from a place of love, a place of elevation, a place of ascension. So yeah, good stuff. Really, really beautiful stuff, you guys. I'm so excited for the channel. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for where we've come, where we're going. I can already feel, Spirit has already showed me it's about to be beautiful. So definitely subscribe. I'm so thankful that you chose to watch this video, you guys. It's beautiful. I mean, to see everyone just waking up every day, all day long, to have these beautiful conversations with people I never expected that I would have them with, you know. And this is what the work is. This is what the journey is. Inevitably, when you get to a point in your journey to where you're like, now it's time to share, now it's time to teach, right? And I just hope that I can continue to do that and to be that for you guys. That I continue to resonate, you know, month after month, week after week, year after year, whatever it is, you know. So yeah, definitely subscribe. Thumbs up the video if you have encountered anyone from your soul tribe. Or even if you felt the loneliness of not having your soul tribe, big up the video, thumbs up, because I know that you're not the only one. You're not. And we are all out here trying to make genuine connection and trying to continue to grow and elevate in this journey. So yeah, it's going to take all of us. It truly is. So yes, again, my name is Erica Keyel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the gym. I will catch you guys on my next one. Peace.